Tesla stands alone in growth over major automakers. March 31, 2022. Among the major automotive manufacturers, Tesla is the only one to realize a year-over-year growth in vehicle deliveries from March 2021 to February 2022, seeing a near doubling in sales. Other companies struggled to maintain level sales this year compared to last, with the only company seeing a less than 10% decline being Kia. Tesla delivered 23,050 vehicles in March 2021. According to data from True Car, the electric automaker saw a 93.2% growth in February 2022 compared to last March, delivering 42,742 vehicles last month. Tesla was an anomaly in this category when compared to other major automakers, from BMW to Ford, to GM and Stellantis. Every major automotive company suffered substantial losses in deliveries year over year. The automaker to suffer the most substantial loss was Volkswagen, which saw a 44.3% decline in automotive sales from March 2021 to February 2022. Other considerable losses came from Nissan 41.3%, Honda 30.6%, Subaru and Ford 27.6%, and BMW 23.9%. The realized gains in Tesla's sales figures could be attributed to a more favorable consumer sentiment regarding electric vehicles over the past year, which has been led due to the company's nearly unanimous recognition as the leader in EVs. Additionally, Tesla was one of the only major automakers to combat the semiconductor and chip shortage with relative ease. While the company did experience delays in production last year due to parts shortages and other supply chain issues, it was widely successful in maneuvering the issues, getting cars to customers frequently. In terms of quarterly year-over-year comparisons, Tesla was one of two automakers to see positive gains from Q1 2022 compared to Q1 2021. Tesla sold 127,432 vehicles in Q1 2022, with only 69,300 in Q1 2021, which represents an 83.9% growth. Hyundai saw a 0.9% increase, delivering 176,920 vehicles in Q1 2022, with 175,352 cars in Q1 2021. As an industry, TrueCar expects total new vehicle industry sales to reach 1,246,993 units in March 2022, down 25% from a year ago and up 5% from February 2022. TrueCar also offered additional industry insights. Total sales for March 2022 are expected to be down 25% from a year ago and up 5% from February 2022 when adjusted for the same number of selling days. Fleet sales for March 2022 are expected to be down 30% from a year ago and up 31% from February 2022 when adjusted for the same number of selling days. Incentive spend is down 54% from last year. Average transaction price is projected to be up 15% from a year ago and down 1% from February 2022. Total SAAR is expected to be down 23% from a year ago at 13.6 million units. Used vehicle sales for March 2022 are expected to reach 3.6 million, down 13% from a year ago and up 11% from February 2022. The average interest rate on new vehicles is 4.6% and the average interest rate on used vehicles is 8%. The average loan term on a new vehicle for March 2022 is 70 months and the average loan term on a used vehicle is about 71 months. Quarterly average transaction price is projected to be up 16% from a year ago and up 3.5% from Q4 2021. Quarterly incentive spend is down 51% from Q1 2021. Source reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at Tesla RT. My take: it's the end of the Ice Age. Who declares bankruptcy first? My money is on GM. Tesla strikes nickel supply deal with Vale. March 31, 2022. Over the past years, Tesla has been trying to establish a supply of nickel, which is an important element in batteries, and has been successful in this. Sources said the producer has struck another nickel supply deal, this time with mining giant Vale SA, which has not been announced. As a leader in electric vehicles, Tesla is well aware of the value of nickel. At Battery Day 2020, when the company unveiled its own 4680 battery cell, Tesla CEO Elon Musk urged mining companies to step up the development of nickel mines. He promised big contracts to those who could mine the metal efficiently in an environmentally friendly way. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has heightened tensions over nickel acquisition by battery companies. The aggressor is one of the largest producers of metal in the world, and sanctions against it have closed access to nickel for many countries. However, this has not been a problem for Tesla, which has been working to secure supplies of the critical battery component in recent years. In 2021, Tesla signed agreements with several nickel suppliers. That includes a multi-year supply deal with mining giant Vale SA. Bloomberg said Wednesday, citing sources who asked not to be named. This deal has not been publicly announced and its details remain unknown. Tesla's deal with Vale is one of several the manufacturer has signed over the past year. In January, the company committed to purchasing 75,000 metric tons of nickel concentrate from the Talon Metals Corp. Project in Minnesota. This follows an agreement with BHP Group, the world's largest mining company from Australia. Tesla also has an agreement with the operators of a nickel mine on the island of New Caledonia in the South Pacific. People don't realize how far ahead Tesla is when it comes to securing the supply chain for raw materials and an integrated approach to battery materials, said Todd Mallon, a spokesman for Talon Metals. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: Tesla has done an excellent job on planning for their future supply chain needs. Tesla Superchargers in the United Kingdom set to open to all EVs, March 31, 2022. Tesla is preparing to open its expansive supercharger network to all electric vehicles in the United Kingdom within weeks or months. That is according to UK Transport Minister Trudy Harrison, who in a recent interview with Electrifying.com said the government has been in discussions with large car and charge point infrastructure people to persuade him to make some of their charging infrastructure available for others as well. When asked by Electrifying.com's Ginny Buckley if that was Tesla, Harrison said it was, and that Tesla has been absolutely brilliant in working with us. While Harrison couldn't provide an exact date for when the supercharger network will open to other EVs in the UK, she did say it was going to happen within weeks or months rather than years. Tesla's supercharger network covers 87 different locations and 780 stalls across the UK. Tesla has already opened access to their superchargers in the Netherlands, France, and Norway. The automaker has also opened up the network in Poland and Slovakia to assist those attempting to flee the ongoing Russian-Ukraine war. Source reposted and summarized from Darren John at Drive Tesla Canada. My take: this is a good idea as long as they use the extra money to expand the supercharger network. Tesla valuation should not be benchmarked against traditional automakers. March 31, 2022. Tesla's valuation should not be benchmarked against traditional automakers, as it could be misleading. Top analyst Gene Munster said, using traditional auto as a benchmark for how to value Tesla is misleading. Munster, an analyst for Loop Ventures, said on CNBC, not misleading in the sense of trying to steer people in the wrong direction. I think it is just the wrong lens. Indeed, Tesla could be looked at as a technology company more than an actual automotive company, even when talking about its cars. As Munster said later in the interview, Teslas are essentially computers on wheels instead of automobiles. Tesla revolutionized the way vehicles are perceived, as their over-the-air software updates are just one of many examples of how the cars are more like an iPhone than they are like a Ford Fusion. Munster goes on to indicate that Tesla investors may not feel pressure until a company like Apple gets involved in electric vehicles, simply because the company will have a more credible threat from Apple due to its software expertise. The real thing that should keep Tesla investors up at night is not about GM, it's about what eventually Apple, if they, in fact, get into the business. Those are the companies. It's going to be the tech companies that are going to redefine this sector. Munster continued. Apple has rumoredly had several preliminary talks with other automakers, like Toyota, to develop an electric vehicle. The company has not yet announced any official plans to release an EV, but speculation indicates there have been some talks within Apple to develop a car, with Munster's assertion that Apple could enter the business in several years. It is a credible thought the company could be a worry for Tesla down the road just because of the software expertise. However, Tesla will have a leg up for many decades based on its manufacturing prowess, which other analysts, like Dan Ives of Wedbush, have said is a massive position of strength. Source reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at Tesla RT. My take: even if Apple did come, they are at least 10 years behind.